Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Ice 8 and Third Reich events installed. Okay, we've taken Washington D.C., New York City, Charleston, New Orleans has fallen. We've taken much of Texas, not Houston yet, but we've taken down Corpus Christi, which at this time, Corpus Christi, right around the early 1940s, Corpus Christi was the main port city in Texas, the biggest, and its level of port pretty good. That's right. And I think this photo here of Houston is a bit later, and it was right around this time, 30s, 40s, forget exactly, that a major hurricane came in, and with the sort of tidal surge, just took out Corpus Christi Harbor, and it never recovered. So that's when Houston sort of grew up as the alternative to it. So we've taken that. We're plunging up and through the rest of northern Mexico. We're driving east towards Chicago, and of course the new capital of Akron, Ohio. We've taken Montreal as well as Quebec, driving into sort of the heart of Canada there. So let's get at this. Yeah, the Bhutanese. Get some support to these guys. We won the Battle of Houston. Good. They're driving east. I'm driving northeast. Let's put these guys out on patrol. Send the transports back to pick up more. We're going to send these, even though they're a bit shot up to here. Naval strike tactics, that's a nice improvement. Yes, they're fighting desperately, but they don't have a hope. Not at this point. Just taken out of what it looks like. Now the time is to rush forward. So we're gonna overrun, outrun. Retreating garrison units. Okay, that's good. We can support the attack. Oh, we lost a destroyer, they lost a light cruiser. Okay, we're doing well there. That's good. Now, with all of this, we of course got our Germania, the Greater German Reich, India, territories here that we could move in. Yeah, we could go after Australia even this week, I think, but I don't know if Japan ever would. follow my suggestion of an invasion, then I would definitely follow up with more attacks. We've got that done. So I think we're at a place to end this series. I'm so glad those of you who've come along on the journey, either as I was playing it or if you later found the series and have watched through it. I'm so grateful for it. I'm just immensely flattered that you find my commentary and my playthrough of interest. I'm also very flattered that many of you like my mod Third Reich events. Really do appreciate it. I want to thank Panzeru, Hadadad, Maverick, Marnman, the four main people, as well as any who contributed in a large or small way to Black Ice to make such a wonderful mod. I want to thank Alexi, Revolverheld, the D-Worm for your great sub-mods. They really add to the playing experience of Germany. As we all see how great, and it's gotten even better, Black Ice is, because they have to sort of do the whole war, allows people like myself and Alexi and Revolverheld to focus on just limited aspects like Germany. So I think because of that, we're able to do a bit better job. Whenever you focus on something instead of try to cover everything, you can do a better job on the one thing. You can see here we have this infantry corps in here, so it's a foregone conclusion. It just, right now, supplies are maybe the only issue of getting to Chicago. And that's really, get this part, you've ended America's industrial heartland at the time. So I want to thank you all on it. I make this series to for fun of making it, fun for you guys to watch. I make it so that it's helpful to people playing the game. You get my ideas on how to play the game. They're not in any way sold as the best or the only way or anything like that, but they're just how I do it. Moderately successful. Definitely many helpful comments in the comment sections of these series have made me a better player. I also make them to present interesting historical facts that I hope you enjoy, as well as to teach the lessons of history, which are different than just historical facts. They are the causes and effects in history, and so that you can then apply them today. I know so far this is a minuscule audience on a worldwide basis, but they are, in my view, an eternal perspective. You know, as a few of you have commented, if you want peace, prepare for war. Who didn't get invaded in real life? They were prepared for war, as well as being generally in policy non-threatening to others, so that they were prepared. Somebody, you know, well, very admittedly, the Netherlands, they don't have the natural fortress that Switzerland is. Totally admit that. And would eventually someday Nazi Germany probably absorbed it? Yes, but they were prepared for war and they weren't taken. Another nation that in my opinion was entirely unprepared for war was Denmark. That even if you are going for Norway, you could have easily bypassed Denmark. Sweden was somewhat prepared for war, not maybe as much as Switzerland. And so those are, if your idea is to have good peace and prosperity for your nation, to learn the lessons. There aren't just one set of answers that always work in all situations. There isn't just one political ideology or political movement that will meet all conditions in the world through different times in history and what we may face in the future. So I'm not advocating any particular, British Conservatives Party views, either of the time period or today, or the American Republican Party, or particular candidates. I'm not doing that. I think many of them have, we're right now, as I'm making this, in the American election season, and Britain's going through the Brexit, Brit exit from Europe vote coming up. I think the smart move is to get out of the EU, and do so now, because the real control in the EU is the unelected bureaucrats, not the European Parliament. And so you have a bureaucrats running your supernation. Get out fast. Prepare yourself to survive. Work with something like NATO, absolutely. If you want to have a free trade zone, fine, have that, but don't allow external forces to dictate internal laws and conditions, as I understand is happening in EU. Just doesn't work. You gotta, if you're gonna go for the United States of Europe, you gotta make it like America, in which, yep, we are unfortunately overly managed by an unelected bureaucracy, but we do have an elected sovereign Congress and President that, if they so desire, they can stand up to it. There are ways of doing so. And so that, you really got to jump to a united nation, not what European Union is. So, sort of lessons like that, and those are going on today as I'm making this. This, of course, series will be watched into the future. You can see how things work out, but I'm not obviously just advocated Britain getting out, but then Britain can make whatever relationship with either individual European countries or whatever's left of the EU afterward, make whatever treaties and negotiations they wish to. Whether I think they're good or not, it's up to the British to make them and negotiate them and have that as a main thing. So I hope the lessons of history that I am teaching here, if that's the right word, teaching, showing, are some of the reasons I make this series. And you can find out, that kind of stuff. So that's why I've made this series and why I'm continuing with the channel. Why I mod are some of the main reasons. Yeah, some of the reasons it's fun. I'm fascinated by World War II history and the minutiae, quite honestly, of World War II history, down to what type of emblems were worn by what SS regiment at what time. I'm fascinated by that level of minutiae. Those, of course, don't help you with the lessons of history, because what badges some, worn at what time doesn't teach any lessons. It's just interesting facts about World War II, and may help you identify photos or something else to see what, who's in them. So I'm fascinated by that, and that drives my interest in all this, of course. And I think many of you, maybe not quite to that detail, why I hope you enjoy some of this series. So I will continue to make series with hopefully fun gameplay for everyone to watch, hopefully informative as how well to play the game, whatever the game may be. Hearts of Iron 3 in this case, and I'm getting more and more experience with Hearts of Iron 4. So hopefully I'll be able to help with that when the time comes. But also on historical commentaries as well. So thank you all so much for watching, for posting, for commenting, for liking the videos. I do appreciate it. I am currently made the first episode of my British series that should be starting immediately. And we are, instead of my original plan of having them overlap, I don't see this as really having any more point. I mean, I can make more episodes, but the U.S. isn't even able to organize up any defense, and sure, I'm running out of a bit of supplies here and there, but I don't think that that's going to be a real issue. It's not like the Soviet Union situation. I could shift over, you know, I've already got this infantry corps here, this infantry corps here. I think on ship somewhere I've got foreign armored divisions that I put together here for the defense of Europe. As this weak armored forces, I still have a few divisions here getting ready to load up and come over. Another 3 armored divisions plus a couple of more divisions, and I could easily build more because I, you know, have excess. So I just don't see it as a point. This is for sure by this time. If I was just playing on my own, I'd be bored. So this is why we're ending this now. Again, thank you all so much. See you around on more series. You can post comments here on the YouTube channel or on the Black Ice forum. Love hearing from you. Thanks a lot.